Valuing your own peace is not selfish, passive, or avoidant. It is foundational. Peace is the internal baseline from which clarity, discernment, and self-trust emerge. When your nervous system is calm, you think better. You choose better. You love better. Without peace, even good things feel overwhelming. With peace, even difficult things feel manageable. Prioritizing peace means recognizing that your inner state is not a luxury. It is the ground you stand on. So many people are conditioned to measure their worth by productivity, availability, or emotional endurance. They override discomfort, tolerate misalignment, and stay in dynamics that subtly agitate them because they don't want to disappoint anyone or seem difficult. But your body always keeps score. Chronic irritation, tension, and low-level resentment are signals that something is out of alignment. When you ignore those signals long enough, they don't disappear. They intensify. Valuing your peace means listening to the first whisper instead of waiting for the scream. Peace is also directly tied to self-respect. When you repeatedly choose environments, conversations, or relationships that disturb your inner stability, you send yourself a message that your comfort is negotiable. Over time, this erodes self-trust. But when you choose peace, even when it's inconvenient, even when it disappoints someone, you reinforce a powerful internal belief. I am allowed to protect my energy. That belief becomes identity, and identity shapes destiny. There is a misconception that prioritizing peace means withdrawing from life or avoiding growth. In reality, it's the opposite. True growth requires enough internal safety to stretch. Peace creates that safety. It gives you the space to reflect instead of react. It allows you to pause before committing, to say no without guilt, to walk away without drama. When you are anchored in peace, you don't chase intensity to feel alive. You don't confuse anxiety for chemistry. You don't tolerate chaos to prove loyalty. You begin to recognize that calm, steady, grounded connections are not boring. They are healthy. Protecting your peace also changes how you engage with conflict. Instead of needing to win, prove, or fix, you ask a simpler question. Does this cost me my equilibrium? That question alone eliminates so much unnecessary entanglement. Not every misunderstanding requires a debate. Not every opinion requires a rebuttal. Not every invitation requires a yes. The more you value your peace, the more selective you become with your time, your attention, and your emotional labor. There is power in being the person who can walk away from what disturbs them without needing to destroy it. That kind of restraint is strength. It means you are no longer driven by fear of loneliness, fear of missing out, or fear of being misunderstood. You trust that what is aligned with you will not require you to abandon yourself to keep it. Peace is also deeply connected to nervous system regulation. When your body feels safe, your mind opens. Creativity increases, intuition sharpens, decision-making improves. You stop operating from survival and start operating from intention. In that state, you build a life instead of constantly repairing one. Making peace a priority is not about eliminating discomfort altogether. Growth will always stretch you. Love will always require vulnerability. Ambition will always involve uncertainty. The difference is that you choose challenges that feel expansive rather than depleting. There is a subtle but profound difference between nerves that signal growth and tension that signals misalignment. When you honor your peace, you learn to tell them apart. At its core, valuing your peace is an act of sovereignty. It is deciding that your internal world matters more than external validation. It is understanding that you cannot create a fulfilling life from a dysregulated state. It is trusting that calm is not emptiness. It is clarity. And when you consistently choose peace, something remarkable happens. You become harder to manipulate. You become slower to react. You become clearer about what you want. You stop chasing what disturbs you. You start attracting what stabilizes you. And from that stability, you build everything else.